Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to a mod spotlight video. I haven't done one of these in a while, but a few folks in a stream a couple of weeks ago said they'd like to see mod spotlight videos from me again, and it has been a bit of a while and there's been some new interesting mods in the last couple of weeks. So I thought that I would do a mod spotlight video for this week and just show off some of the new ones I've downloaded in the past couple of weeks. Now we are back on the mod testing map that I use for all of my mod spotlight videos. This one that I've built in the, I think this is the Northeast America map or something similar to that, which I actually really enjoyed building a park on. If you haven't seen my tour around this particular park, I'll put a link in the corner. These mod spotlight videos, I don't want to do too many of them because I'm aware that not everyone can use mods, but I think a lot more people are modding the game now, have it on PC now, so I think this is a good time to start bringing mod spotlight videos back. Something else I will say is I do intend to do a video, if not next week, but pretty soon after, just showing you how to actually install mods, because I do see a lot of people on Reddit asking for help. So I'm going to make a video on actually how to make to install mods to the game. And like I say, this is just going to be spotlighting a few mods that I have seen over the past couple of weeks and installed. I will also be doing a video where I look at some mods that I've installed quite a while ago and bring, you know, them to your guys' attention, because I think quite a few of them are really, really good. So let's get started with our first mod. So here is our first mod, and this is the Supersaurus mod from JWE2. Basically it turns the, I think this is the Dominion Dreadnoughtus model into a Supersaurus, and I actually really love this particular mod. So I'm quite difficult to please when it comes to new species mods. I don't just install every single one of them. I like the new species mod to be of good quality, and I think this one is one of the better good quality new sauropod mods I've seen in a while. I absolutely love the patterning. I love the changes to the body with the spines running along the back, and like a lot of new species mods now, they take advantage of another mod called Expanded Core Colors, which gives you a much greater range of colorations for both patterns and skin body color. So this comes in a wide variety of colorations. You can see the other one laying there on the ground, but you can see a sort of example of how the coloration is going to be working on these. Look how prominent that claw is as well on the foot. Wouldn't want to get hit by that. Yeah, I think this guy looks absolutely wonderful. I love all the colours and the colorations that it has going on, and it's just nice to have another big sauropod to have in our parks, although they do seem to be stuck slightly thanks to the position this guy decided to sleep in. Basically, I think the main changes to the Dreadnoughtus body is that they've changed the head shape, and I think the neck is also potentially slightly thicker. I'm not 100% sure on that, but definitely, obviously, the spinal spines and just the coloration and patterns and stuff. But I think it looks great. So yeah, a very simple new mod, just adding a very simple new sauropod. Let's move to the next new species. So this is the Chilesaurus by Master Doot, and again it's just another simple new species mod, this time adding a sort of medium-sized theropod to the game. What struck me about the Chilesaurus is it's the patterning and the colorations. There are some really vivid colours and patterns in the mix, including this one, which I picked out specifically as it's a Jurassic Park 3 skin for this guy. And yeah, I just think it looks absolutely glorious. There are some other skins and patterns to it that are a bit more normal, sort of like this one here. But overall, it's just another new medium-sized theropod, but it brings some more colourful variety. I think compared to, say, the Megalosaurus, or even the Allosaurus, really, this guy looks so much more vivid and interesting thanks to its patterns that I think it just there are a couple of things about it I don't like. The persistent fact that it walks around with its mouth open all of the time is slightly annoying, and it doesn't have particularly loud footprints, so when it walks around it sounds quite quiet. But that is something I have noticed that some of the mods do. They go for quieter footsteps as opposed to really heavy ones, which I'm sure is obviously an attempt to be a bit more realistic. But overall, I just think it's a really nice new medium theropod to have in the parks. So, from theropods, we have to go up to the Aviary. So here we are in the mod testing Aviary. Now all of the next 3 species mods come from the same creator, that is Leaf Productions, and they are basically updates to mods that actually came out quite a while ago, but the species were not capable of being released into our parks due to the various updates and patches and stuff. So they have finally been updated, and there are 3 of them. So let's get started with what is, in my opinion, an animal that should already be in the game. So this is the Neosaurus, and it's one of the most visually distinctive pterosaurs. And I think it's one species that Jurassic World Evolution 2 probably should have had in the game from the start, just because of how distinctive it is with that strange crest. Leaf Productions' Neosaurus maintains that weird crest with a slightly different design than I've seen in Paleo art, but still looks really distinct compared to the other pterosaurs we have in the parks, and has a fairly simple coloration. But I think it looks very good and just provides us a different example for a sort of not massive medium pterosaur, but a sort of on the smaller end of medium pterosaurs. Just something to have alongside our Tapejara or Pteranodons or things like that. Oh, this guy is trying to land on the security tower and is having trouble. Let's switch to someone else. Like the Supersaurus and the Chilesaurus, all of the pterosaurs in Leaf Productions' pterosaur pack, or pterosaur mods, have the advantage of expanded core colours. So you've got a good variation in terms of body colour and crest colour that you can pick from. This guy is still trying to land on that. They're both trying to land on there and both failing rather miserably, aren't they? Pretty embarrassing. But yeah, I think they look really great and distinct, and it's just a species that really should be in the game already. Let's go and have a look at species number 2. This is Leaf Productions' Ramforingas, based on the Dimorphodon model because it's the closest one to the size, but you can see that it has the different head shape to better resemble Ramforingas, down to even the the way that the teeth are on the jaw, has that very long tail with the distinctive end points. And again, like the Nyctosaurus, has the advantage of those really brilliant colorations and patterns. Oh wow, look at this one. The yellows and the blacks on there. Looks great. It's nice to have a different small pterosaur instead of just relying basically on Dimorphodon as being the only one we have in the base game, apart from the Yeholopterus, but I would say the Yeholopterus is almost too small. But it's nice to have something along the lines of Dimorphodon size that we can have instead of Dimorphodon. Obviously, it's also a walking dinosaur species, which means if you're doing a walking with dinosaurs park, this guy is a must-have. It looks absolutely wonderful, though, I think. I can't imagine how much work it took to remodel the Dimorphodon head to look like a Ramforingas head, though. And it's a really good job as well. Like, it looks brilliant. So yeah, wonderful job there, Leaf Productions, on the Ramforingas. Let's check out the last of the pterosaurs. So this is the Tundactus, something along those lines, Tundactus. And it's basically a Tapejara with a slightly different shape to the crest. Apart from that, there isn't too much that's different about it, perhaps a slightly different shaped beak as well. If you are getting bored of Tapejara in your parks, and you wanted a really big, distinctively crested, vibrant pterosaur, this guy definitely satisfies that with all the coloration you have to choose from. But compared to Ramforingas and the Nyctosaurus, definitely my least favourite of the three that Leaf Productions has done, but I still think worthy of installation, just to give you something different than the Tapejara, really. So yeah, those were the three pterosaurs by Leaf Productions. Overall, I think they're all pretty decent and can offer you all something new for your parks. But I think principally the Nycto and the Ramforingas are the best of those three. Now there's one more mod to show off today, and that's not a new species mod. And as you can see, if I just chuck one of these down, so this is the TRex Tunnel mod by Viral Cyclops. And basically all it does is it adds a very simple concrete tunnel to your decorations. Concrete tunnel that the camera can pass through. People cannot pass through it yet, nor can obviously dinosaurs as a result. But basically, this is an interesting piece of scenery, I feel. Especially if you're, say, doing a Jurassic Park rebuild. Because principally this tunnel has been based on the one we see in the first Jurassic Park movie that leads to the T-Rex enclosure. So if you're doing a rebuild, this is a good piece of decoration to have. But I also think it can serve a lot of different other purposes. You could put this down inside your enclosures for dinosaurs to give them sort of a mock sleeping area. You can put them down over paths in particular routes to make it just give a random tunnel. You could use this as an element of your park, an attraction. Put down a tunnel and put sort of the signs in here or stuff like that to make it an attraction. And you could also combine it with things like the vehicles tracks. Now, I'm not sure if the vehicles will actually go through, but you could put them down for screenshots or just for decoration. I think it's a useful thing to have, a tunnel piece like this. I can think of many things that I can do with this. Principally, I think one thing I am going to do is use this as a sort of actual tunnel, I'm gonna put rocks around it, so all the way around it, have maybe some fountains and stuff on the top, so it looks like there's like a water feature that comes down over this tunnel down into like a pool on the other side. That will probably go in the new swamp area of the Europe park. So yeah, I just think Viral Cyclops, this is a really interesting little piece of decorative mod, and I think it's something that can be useful to you if you're building in your parks. Decoration mods like these are a lot rarer than new species, but I think are more important, just simply because they give you more park building capabilities. So yeah, that was just a few of the new mods in the last couple of weeks that I found and installed, which I think are worthwhile having. There'll be links to all of these mods on Nexus Mods down in the description tab if you want to use any of them yourselves. And I will do a video looking at more mods and how to install mods in the very near future. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new here, or if you're new to modding Jurassic World Evolution 2 for those particular videos, and my suggestions of mods that everybody should have for Jurassic World Evolution 2. But until next time, wherever you are, stay safe and goodbye.